Welcome to another Premier League predictions video. This is for week 2 of the Premier League, and week 1 was fucking awesome. Let's hope that continues. First game up is Aston Villa and Everton. Obviously, Aston Villa lost last week to Bournemouth 2-0. This is shocking because even Scott Parker himself said that Bournemouth would be struggling this season. So the fact that Villa not only lost the game, but they conceded 2 goals and couldn't even score is unacceptable. And for Everton, they lost 1-0 to Chelsea, which isn't the end of the world. Chelsea will probably make the top 4, and they're a decent side. However, having said that, Everton could have gotten something out of this game. But going into this one, this will be a tough game. Either side could win it. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Next game up is Wolves and Fulham. I thought Wolves would have beaten Leeds last week because Leeds nearly got relegated last season and they lost their best 2 players, which, in my opinion, they still hadn't replaced. Wolves did go 1-0 up in that game, but they didn't score that second goal. So they got exactly what they deserved. And for Fulham, I thought they were one of the most impressive sides of the week. They played extremely well against Liverpool. They created chances, and they scored 2 goals. So well done. Obviously, they did struggle in that second half, but that's what you'd expect. Going to this one, this will be a tough game. It'll be a close one. I think it'll be a 2-1 win to Fulham. Next game up is Brighton and Newcastle. This game could go either way. I'm not sure how, but Brighton managed to beat Manchester United last week. It almost reminds me of when Van Gaal took over United and he lost 2-1 to Swansea in that opening game, which was years ago. And yeah, Brighton played extremely well. They created a lot of chances and they probably fully deserved to win. Actually, let's be honest, they deserved to win that game. And for Newcastle, they managed to beat Nottingham at home. They did leave it a bit late, but it's all about the 3 points. This will be a tough game. Either side could win it. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Next game up is Arsenal and Leicester. I thought Arsenal played well last week. Obviously, they won. But it was interesting because in that second half, they were completely dominated by Palace. Now, I think they let this happen. What they did was they took the lead and then they sat back, which is a bit odd because you would have thought that they would have tried to have been more progressive in the second half. So I'm not really sure why this is, why they made the decisions they made. What I'm trying to say is I'm not sure why they played the way they did. Yeah, that makes more sense. And for Leicester, I thought they were really impressive last week against Brentford. They created a lot of chances. Obviously they scored goals. But for some reason, it all fell apart. I'm not sure what happened exactly. They were in supreme control for most of this game. And then as soon as Brentford scored that first goal, it all fell apart. Brentford started to get more control. They started dominating. And, well, then, there you go. They let the lead slip. So, going to this one, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, but I think it'll be a 2-1 win to Arsenal. Next game up is Man City and Bournemouth. I thought Bournemouth were impressive against Villa. I didn't expect them to win, as did most people, but they did. They got the job They got the job done. They defended well. And they deserve to win the game. So well done. But in this game, they're going up against a team of supreme quality, and they're going to struggle. I think this will be a 2-0 win to City. Next game up is Southampton and Leeds. I thought Southampton were impressive against Tottenham for about 15 minutes, and then it all fell apart. I'm not sure what happened exactly, but Southampton didn't create a single chance after that first 2 or 3 they had in that first 10 to 15 minutes. I know, a bit convoluted, but it makes sense. So, Southampton struggled massively against Tottenham. I think Tottenham did play well, but you expect a lot more from Southampton. And for Leeds, fair play to them. I thought they were going to lose, but they managed to win, so well done. But can they continue to play well and win games? That will be the real question. Going to this one, this will be a tough game. Either side could win it. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. Next game up is Brentford and Manchester United. Brentford managed to get a 2-2 draw against Leicester last week. I'm not sure how they managed to come back and draw that game, but well done. And for Man United, they lost 2-1 at home to Brighton. And I still don't know how they lost this game. Completely dominated in the first half. They did improve in the second half, but they couldn't score any more goals. And actually, United didn't score any goals. Brighton scored an own goal. So United still haven't scored a goal this season. Now, it's only one game, so it's not as if they've gone 5 games without scoring, but that is a bit of a concern. Going to this one, I think it'll be a close game. It'll be a tough one. This will be a 2-1 win to Brentford. Next game up is Nottingham and West Ham. I thought Nottingham did well against Newcastle last week. They defended well, and it took a worldie for them to lose the game. Now, going to this one, West Ham did lose to City, which, it's not unexpected. I did think they'd actually win that game, but they didn't. And going to this one, I think this should be a win for West Ham. So I think it'll be a 2-0 win to West Ham. Next game up is Chelsea and Tottenham. This could be one of the games of the weekend. A lot of people seem to think that Tottenham are going to completely roll Chelsea over, destroy them, take them out of the league or whatever. Bit cringe, but, I'm trying to come up with some new material. But I think Chelsea, they're actually a decent side. Now, they only beat Everton 1-0, but I thought Everton, were somewhat decent in that game. I don't think they're as bad as what everyone expects them to be. Well, compared to last season, they were atrocious, but they made some, somewhat decent signings. Somewhat, because I'm not sure how their signings are going to really go this season, so we'll have to wait and see. And for Tottenham, they did beat Southampton last week 4-1. It was a convincing win, but the weird thing about this game was that Tottenham didn't really create a lot of chances, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because they did score 4 goals, but, they kept a lot of possession. And, the thing is, they create good quality chances. So they'll keep the ball for long periods of time, but whenever they do create a chance, it's on target. So I thought that was impressive. But going back to this game, I think this will be a tough game. Either side could win it. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. And the last game for the week is Liverpool and Crystal Palace. I thought Liverpool, it was surprising they drew away to Fulham. Once again, we all expected them to win that game, but they didn't. But it was an entertaining game, so, thumbs up to both teams. And for Palace, Obviously they lost to Arsenal. I think they should have at least scored in that game. I don't know how they didn't score in this game. I'm actually dumbfounded how they didn't at least manage to hit the back of the net at least once. Had they scored, I think they probably could have gone on to win this game. Possibly. But because they're so poor in front of... What the fuck am I saying? Because they were so bad in front of goal. Yeah, there we go. I think this will be a 2-0 win to Liverpool. And that's about it.